Welcome back, everybody. Waffleboard breaks. Here we are, Wednesday night. The only Facebook clean box this week. I think next week I'm going to try to do Tuesday and Thursday. We'll be down to 32 boxes, I believe. 35 tonight. We'll have 34 and 33 on Sunday. And that'll get us down to 32 boxes next Tuesday, and then 31 on Thursday. So just like that, we're at the very bottom of the 30s. I think that'll get us another week of breaking before some reloads going to come in as we get into the 20s. Of course, we have still have right now we have 13 of the 16 new boxes. We've hit 2 of those since we reloaded. We still have 9 of the previous 13 reloads, so only 4 of those we've hit since the reload. So just 3 from this past reload that we've only opened up 4 boxes, and of course we hit from the second to last reload as well. So some huge jerseys still to be hit. I got some good stuff coming for you guys. Like I said, I'm always on the hunt. I'm kind of in the transition period of the basement. We're doing our baseboards, not quite getting the carpeting yet, but baseboards getting done tomorrow. So, but at least we won't have to break until Sunday. So I'll be able to settle back in. So we do have some unsolds. We'll see if we can knock some of them out. We got 6 unsold spots right now. They were discounted. Some great prices. Of course, you're not going to find $4, $5, and $6 spots for 1 in 35 box odds pretty much anywhere you go. So if you want to take an easy stab, cheap stab, some great jerseys, of course. A nice Travis Konechny's in there. That's Travis Final. How's that say? Travis Konechny, of course. Dion Phaneuf, Maple Leafs. Nice Reebok. Of course, the more geeky Seattle Kraken. Adidas is in there. Adam Fox, Rangers Adidas. I mean, he's Norris Trophy winner. Glenn Anderson, Hall of Famer. Edmonton Oilers on the Fanatics at $6. And then the Brady Shea, longtime Ranger and Carolina Hurricane, just $4. So anybody want the cheap stab at a jersey, this is the time to grab them. Some unsold, unclaimed, 6 spots. See if I can knock a couple of them out before we bust the box. I'm not gonna have to get them all claimed, but I mean, if somebody wants to swoop in and grab some, a couple unclaimed, or if anybody has claim spot, they want to swoop in and grab an extra spot or 2, but to increase your chances of hitting. But like I said, I know, we are live now. I'm going to sit here a little bit to see if anybody wants to grab some spots. Can't break it with 6 unsolds. It's just not in my best interest, of course, to price these out, spread around the cost. I mean, I don't want to keep the top spots. I will keep bumping them higher and then bump our unsold lower and lower. I mean, it's pretty insane that there's a 1 in 35 chance, and you have spots for $4, $5, and $6. But if everyone wants to grab them, I'm here. We're just chilling. Nothing really else going on. A lot of baseball games or day games today. We have the trade deadline coming up within a week, I think the 3rd. So, of course, we're going to see lots of movement over the next couple of days. I'm hoping the Jays dump a lot of their expiring contracts, and they're not making a run this year. They're like 6 teams in front of them for the wild card. I think they're only like 4 or 5 games out of the wild card, but I think there's like 5 or 6 teams in front of them, and they just don't have the pieces. The health hasn't been there this year. So it's been a long season for the Jays. They got some bright spots. Dylan Cease has been unhittable. Kaz has been amazing. The free agent signing from Japan, but nothing else. Much else has gone. Well, Ernie Clement too. Ernie Clement has been solid all year long. So who we got coming in? Dion. Nick F. grabbing the Dion. There we go. Phaneuf. There we go. So I'll put Nick F. for the Dion. Very good. Get you down there for that. Let me see. I'll take that off of the options. Remove that. Yeah, Dion is gone. Very good. I guess I gotta fix the. Why is Travis Konechny fun? I have no idea. Geeky. Nick F. grabbing the Geeky. Very good. I know these are all good for helping reload your boxes. Great hits, cheap prices, very good. I'll get you down there for that. Anybody else wants to stop in to see anybody else is coming in to, grab some live spots. Of course, we have 4 left. Not gonna make them all sell, but if you get a couple more knocked out of here, we'll definitely open up the box. I don't mind having a couple spots being community spots. Like I said, we're this is box 685. We've done well over 700 jerseys, having a bunch of double boxes going back many months ago. And I think we've only had one community hit. I mean, rarely, if ever, have community hits, but we had one community hit that was awarded and actually hit, and that was within the month when Mike Z hit that. I think his first jersey hit was a community hit. So I think we had maybe one other community hit before that. I know we've had. Trying to think, going back, we haven't had many community hits ever. So you guys do a great job grabbing the unsolds. Especially when I'm able to discount them now, the price wise, it's worth it for a stab at with the odds. I mean, 135, we're getting better and better. We're down to 34 and 33 on Sunday. Those spots have gone live on eBay, so make sure you guys check over on eBay and get your bids in. I know we have a couple people that only do eBay. They don't have access to Facebook. I think Mike Z also is one of the ones that doesn't have access to Facebook at work. Ron, of course, has been off for a while, even though he was back for us the last 2 Sundays ago. And of course, Shirley, Mike A, and Ryan S only in here on Sundays. A couple other people only do Sundays, but we still have a bunch of stuff on the, a bunch of people that do Facebook only, which is, there's people that don't do eBay. So, I like to be an option for both you guys. Haven't quite gravitated over to Whatnot for the jerseys. Nick, of course, you do a great job over there on Tuesday and Thursdays. If you're back, I didn't see you yesterday, so I don't know if you're still suspended or not, but I'm going to keep an eye out for you. I'm going to look for you tomorrow. I don't know if you're on a different platform. I wasn't sure where your backup streaming platform is when you're suspended. Just I know it happens, semi-regularly over at Whatnot, for no reason other than just to give memorabilia dealers a hard time. There's a couple memorabilia dealers that nonstop stream on Whatnot. I'm not sure why they don't get any grief. Of course, they're some of the huge, wholesaler, memorabilia guys. Of course, they're, paying money to Whatnot, so they let them stream continuously. Back on Whatnot, okay. Very good, very good. Okay, that's fine. Like I said, you do have a nice. I mean, it stinks because you can't be public to try to build your customer base, but you have a pretty solid group of people that frequent your streams every week. Tuesday and Thursday. At least one or both of them, and it's good to have those people continue back. I mean, if you have to run private shows, I mean that's terrible. But I mean, like at least you have. If they're not going to bother you, if it's a private show, that's nice. But yeah, definitely shoot me the link at some point in time. Of course, it doesn't have to be, tonight, but if you get the time till tomorrow, shoot it to me because I'll be able to check it out. But yeah, oh, you did run, okay. Oh, you did 40 yesterday. Oh, I didn't realize it was a private show yesterday. What came out of your boxes yesterday? Because you had some pretty good stuff in there in the 40 boxes. What did you come up with yesterday out of the boxes? I know you've been hitting some pretty good monsters. Some of the targets that I've had have come out recently, but I'm not sure if you guys had. Oh, you had Elias. Oh, the Matthew Barzil. Oh, I didn't realize Barzil. I think Barzil, yeah, I did saw that go in there. Was that Evan Bouchard? Evan Bouchard came out. Did not see that go in even, so that came out pretty quick. And the Torrey Krug. Is that Krug? Was that the red one? Or was the blue St. Louis Krug? It wasn't a Boston Krug, right? It was a Torrey Krug St. Louis jersey, I think. I'm not sure if you had the red one or not. I think I've seen pictures of that one recently. I wasn't sure if that was on your stream or not, but that might have been on a couple weeks ago when they added it in there. But yeah, you had some stuff come out recently. Barzil and what was that? Barzil and Bouchard. I knew they weren't in there real long. I think maybe I heard you talking about Barzil going in, and I never saw the Bouchard. I probably would have been on some Bouchard because I don't know which one it was. I don't know if it came and gone so fast. I never got a chance to check it out. But Yeah, you had some jerseys that have been there quite some time, so obviously you have some loyal chasers of those spots. But then, you have a couple jerseys that go in, and if you're on suspension or I'm not able to see the stream, some of that stuff comes out pretty fast. But oh, just the classic blue blues. Okay, one shirt like I said, for some reason that's something I thought maybe it wasn't on your stream. I definitely remember seeing a red one someplace. Um, the reverse retro Adidas, the Bouchard. I don't know which the reverse retro for the Oils is. I can't remember. Like I said, I mean, the Oilers are one of those teams that have had so many weird variations over the last half dozen years. I'd have to actually look it up. I can't remember what they're. Can't off the top of my head. Can't remember. Can't vision the Oilers reverse retro. Like I said, was it the one with the number in the chest with the wheel drop? Is that the one? What it was? I think they had that. I think they had one where I think that might have been a reverse retro of theirs. That goes to the blue jersey with the big orange drop on the chest with the number. I think that might have been one of the reverse retros. Not positive, but I think that might have been one. Like I said, I mean, I'm not hunting for Bouchard. Like I said, I do have in my PC, I have a Norris Trophy Winners collection, and I'm kind of getting down. I mean, this is pretty much every Norris Trophy winner since Bobby Orr, including Bobby Orr, and then I'm missing a couple guys in there that I want to add. You're not able to find some of them, but the only one that's you see regularly that I can't seem to locate is a Montreal PK Subban. So at some point in time, I'll come across a Montreal PK Subban. I'm not sure why people are hoarding that one. I know Montreal collectors keep their stuff pretty close to the vest. I do see Devils PK Subans. I haven't seen them semi-regularly, but Blue Jersey, the orange drop. Okay, that's the 2.0. Okay, like I said, most teams went through a couple variations, but they've had pretty much a third or fourth jersey pretty much every year, even before the reverse retros came out. So yeah, definitely have, like I said, even the old school original blue style that actually was an alternate jersey. You don't see them very white. I mean, obviously they have that Darnell Nurse had, which was like that midnight blue with the bright orange. That was an alternate for them for a while. Of course, their orange jerseys are another one of their variations. Oil's been pretty active with their alternate jersey options as well as the reverse retro. And then we go back, like I said, to the Todd McFarlane designed oil. The looks like a Journey album cover with the Todd McFarlane designed jerseys that they had. So the Oilers have always been pretty proactive with making sure that they have a new style. I mean, I guess their fan base is always going to be loyal and keep buying whatever they pump out there. But as long as they still have McDavid and Dry, I mean, they can kind of do what they want up there. I mean, there's been noise and chatter about what he's possibly going to do within a year or two, but they still have that core. They win the back-to-back cups. In the end, they lost them both. But it's one thing to struggle to get to the final. Obviously, Carolina did that for a couple of years before finally getting over the hump. It's like I said, the cap world is tough. I mean, you have players eating up your cap like Draisaitl and McDavid and of course Bouchard and Nurse is now gone. Obviously, he was there for a long time. He's now with San Jose, but they have to use that money to kind of fill the roster of pieces that make sense. I think I just saw they were hoping for Marchenko, and I think who they just signed. I know they're looking at somebody else they were looking to add. Like I said, they keep switching out, pieces left and right, trying to find. I mean, it's not like they have to get over the hump. They were in the finals. You're losing the finals. It's not like you're missing any pieces. I mean, Dallas Stars would love to be what Edmonton did over the last, 3 years. I mean, the back-to-back cup, Dallas can't quite even get over that hump. They're kind of in a situation that Carolina was, where they couldn't get over the hump and get to the finals. Carolina, of course, got there, and they beat Vegas. And Vegas has been there 3 times now and won once, and lost twice. So, are you saying, you can't say that Vegas is doing something wrong because their style has gotten them 3 times in 9 years, 3 times in 10 years or so. They got to the finals and they won one. And there's teams that have never won. So I mean, you can imagine, Winnipeg would like to get that far. I mean, Vancouver would love to get that far. Columbus Blue Jackets. I mean, like I said, you have teams that have never won. They've been in the league now long enough where they feel they should be, at the cusp, but they're not quite there yet. I mean, Carolina had lots of success early, and obviously they translate that into the Cup win this year after having a bunch of near misses recently for their second Cup in their franchise history. So they now have 2 Cups. Vegas has one. Winnipeg would love to have one. Dallas has Cups in their history, but I mean, you go back, pretty far. I mean, they would like to win with this core. With this, I mean, they're mostly locked in. They have the goalie, they have the defenseman, they have the, franchise players, the forwards in place. The big trade for Rantanen, and he was fantastic in one of the series 2 years ago, but he came up a little short this year. Of course, and Jarvis goes. I mean, those guys. I mean, Stankoven goes to Carolina and wins the Cup. So I mean, you could say Dallas did as much to help Carolina win the Cup as anybody. Like I said, when you bring in the players that kind of click on your team. I mean, Taylor Hall, bounced around for years after being the first overall pick and the MVP, first overall pick with Edmonton, MVP of the league in Jersey, and played in Buffalo. He had I think he was in Pittsburgh the year before. He ended up in Carolina, and just he clicked on that line. That's that Jackson Blake, Stankoven, Taylor Hall line was. They weren't as dynamic in the final. Though they had some important goals, but the 3 series leading up to the final, they were by far the best offensive line on that Carolina team. The Svechnikov and Aho line wasn't as, statistically dominant. Their power play wasn't quite clicking, but they overcame that. Their defense was rock solid. Obviously, Freddie was unsolvable for the first 3 series before he faltered, and led the Boosie in the finals, and they rode him to the finals. So sometimes you could have a plan in place, and it doesn't work out for you, but then you have the fallback plans are important. You got to have the backups in place. You got to have alternate scoring options than your top line, your top power play. And like I said, that's the hockey. That's the hockey we enjoy seeing. Enjoy seeing a team that comes close finally get over the top, and they may not have done it exactly the way they planned out, but they had the pieces in place to succeed. So they did a good job. So let's see if anybody else is here live. We got a couple people. We got Nick's in the room. Does anybody else in here want to grab a spot? We got 4 unsolds right now. Who we looking at? We're looking at Adam Fox, former Norris Trophy winner, $7. Glenn Harrison, NHL Hall of Famer with 6 Stanley Cups, 5 with the Oil, 1 with the Rangers. Even played with the Leafs for a while after that. And then Brady Shea, actually that's where I got him from. And then Brady Shea, longtime defenseman, Rangers and Kings. And Travis Konechny, superstar with the Philadelphia Flyers. Absolutely gorgeous black Fanatics Flyers jersey. That's the black. They don't wear that as an alternate anymore. So those are the final 4 spots. If anybody wants to grab them, see if anybody's in the room. There are 4 spots left. If anybody's interested in taking a stab, $7 on Fox, 6 on Glenn Anderson, 4 on Brady Shea, and 6 on Travis Konechny. So let's see if anybody wants to grab them while we're here live. If I get a couple of those grabbed, I will open up. Like I said, I don't mind community spots, but I like to get a couple of these filled, and then we don't mind having the last 2 as community spots. But like I said, I'm still in the transition period in the basement, kind of working things around. Of course, we're doing our baseboards down here tomorrow, and then of course getting carpeting eventually. But as of right now, it's just kind of jerry rigged my setup. Still table, still shelves. All the boxes are here. Everything is ready to roll. Everything is dry above ground. Don't worry about any kind of water coming in And the bugs been down here, even though the weather's been weird. Expect to have bugs in the basement, but we don't. It's been pretty clean across the board, so that's a good thing. But like I said, just the boxes here. Oh, just a reminder, of course, box 17 is the trigger box. If we random box 17, we will also open another box completely free. That's a thank you from me to you guys. That continues to be the case until we hit 17. 17 will continue to be a trigger box, whether it's tonight with 35, whether it's Sunday with 34 and 33, whether it's next week we do. I'm thinking of doing Tuesday and Thursday. I'll make sure I put the post up. So we go back to Tuesday and Thursday next week. And then, of course, on the following Sunday. So 17 is the trigger box. So whatever spot hits, Glenn Anderson. Nick is swooping and grabbing Glenn Anderson too. There we go. Glenn Anderson. He's been a very familiar spot. Glenn Anderson be coming back. I mean, he's one of my all-time favorites. I have him in my PC, so it's not like I'm disparaging Glenn Anderson. He's one of my all-time favorites. Like I said, I remember watching Game 7, 87 Stanley Cup Finals, 2-1 game, third period. He rips a shot from just inside the blue line and goes right through, skips right through Ron Hextall's 5-hole. Boom. Pretty much clinched the series right there. That's 3-1. Oilers ended up winning that game. That was as statistically dominant as a team. I think the 85-86 might have been better than the 86-87 playing the Flyers. I mean, that was an absolutely amazing goal. So, now, I mean, that's like I said, that's true. You would save yourself a trip. I know he's doing signings. I saw some other people that I have in the boxes are doing signings not by you probably, but some of them across Canada. I know the Nationals going on this week and into the weekend, and it's absolutely insane. You see some of the lines. The line was like an hour and a half wait almost to get in. Like, that is absurd. Like, I'm sure people go there to buy, and a lot of people bring there to sell and trade. But like I said, I enjoyed going the one day when it was in Atlantic City several years ago. But I don't even know. I'm not positive where it is, but it was. I saw some of the pictures. Absolute insanity. And I would like to check out some of these guys. You know, the guys on you see all the time on the streams and the TikTokers and the long time social media wheelers and dealers. I mean, I like to check some of that out. And some of these guys bring some of these cornerstone cards from their collections. I mean, it's you see some unbelievable product at the National. Like I said, I got a chance to see that I think it was a PSA 9. I think it's the highest graded Mickey Mantle 52 tops, which is not as rookie technically the Bowman is, but the anchor card of the hobby is that 52 tops Mickey Mantle. And I saw they had it in a display case. Of course, you couldn't fondle it or anything like that, but they had it behind thick bulletproof glass in the display case. Obviously, there was a Wagner there. It's just to see these products you only see in magazines or in YouTube videos. It's pretty cool to see some of that. Of course, the celebrities, the athletes, as well as the personalities they have there for the autograph sessions, take up pretty much a third of the room. The dealers are amazing. You're able to, like I said, you pay so much for a table, you're basically using it as a marketing tool. Some of these guys do 90% of their business online, so it's a chance for them to kind of showcase their primo pieces. And then if you dig, there's always good sales. I mean, good deals to be found. Obviously the Puck Jump guy, he's been on social media for many years. Started on WordPress, I think. Might still be on WordPress. That's how long his blog's been going. But yeah, he has a table there. He has cards, to sell, singles and stuff. And it's fun. Like I said, it's other than the fact that obviously it's in the middle of the summer and it's hot no matter where it is usually, and the amount of people is just massive. So, but being in AC, we said so many, parking options close by. You didn't have to wait that long to get in. I remember waiting that long to get into the convention center, but it was definitely an event. I mean, I would recommend not going every year, but if you have it close enough that you can make a trip to it, National is definitely worth an experience. I mean, I mean, it runs over, we're talking, or Wednesday was the first day of it, I think. So it's Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So it's a full week almost event. Similar to the Comic Cons, San Diego Comic Con and the one in New York, but there's not as much cosplay, of course, at the memorabilia is. But I mean, you see some celebrities and some Hall of Famers and some unbelievable pieces of memorabilia. So it's worthwhile. Like I said, I mean, I know there's dealers. I mean, like I said, if you're a dealer, you only got to be able to pack enough stuff to put on your table. And like I said, the majority of them are not there for business. They're using it as advertising. They probably write it off. They're to showcase their product and, get their website or their YouTube page or, their Facebook page and their streamer information. I mean, you're basically using it to network yourself. Some of them have been to the big shows in the area, and then they bring product they picked up recently, looking to flip it. I mean, knowing that there's going to be some of their familiar other dealers. So it's an event more than it is a card show, but it's like I said, it's an enjoyable event if you've never been. I would definitely recommend it at least one of the days if it's anywhere close by to where you may be living. So, but so it's a fun time. So, what do we got? We got 3 left. What are we down to? We're down to Adam Fox, Brady Shea, and Travis Konechny. Unbelievable that Adam Fox doesn't get any love. Dude's one of the best defensemen in the league. Unbelievable. And it's a gorgeous Adidas. I said, like I said, I mean, I don't want, like I said, I can't make that a community hit. It's just an unbelievable jersey. Let me see what I can do. Brady Shea, I don't mind giving that away. If Brady Shea hits, you know what? Maybe I'll make Brady Shea a trigger box as well. Brady Shea will be a community hit. If it hits, I will open up another box. Similar to this box 17. So I don't know where Brady Shea is. So if Brady Shea hits, I will open up another box completely free. Of course, if 17 hits, I'll open up another box completely free. So it'll be 2-fer. Both of those will be 2-fers. Unless they're both hit, and then we'll do at least the third. So that's gonna be the case. The other 2, I guess I'll have to eat. I'll keep Konechny and I'll keep Adam Fox because I can always use them in the future reload, but I don't want to give them out as community spots. So, so right now we'll do that. We'll break. I'm not going to make anybody have to grab the Fox and the Konechny if you don't want. I know they have chasers that may not be here tonight. So if they hit, of course, I'll just keep that and use it in a future reload. So it's never bad to have, jerseys I can always pop back in there. So other than that, so correct, we're going to have the rules are tonight. Box 17 is community hit. If it hits, I open up a completely box. Well, no, it's not community hit. 17, whoever's in 17 will go to the person that has that spot, and I'll open up another box completely free. If we happen to hit the Brady Shea, I will also open up another box completely free. So that's the best I can do for you guys. That's fair. Konechny and Fox will be house hits. I hate the hit. The house hates the hit, but I'll be able to keep those. You know what? If we happen to hit, if I hit Fox or Konechny, I will keep those and I will open up another box for free. It's the best I can do for you guys. I mean, it's I hate to have to do that, but that's what I'll do. I don't mind working with you guys. You guys are a great community, even though not everybody's here tonight. We had 11 people in tonight, so it was a pretty decent crowd. We had CK, Ash D, Justin W, Daryl L, Dale C, Steve S, Brett G, and Jake G, as well as Ty, Thomas, Nick F, Greg K. So it's a good crowd. Like I said, thank you much, everybody, for being involved. But that's what we'll do. We got 2 spots that are house hits, and I'll open up another box if they hit. So that benefits you guys. And then we have 2 spots. One spot is a target of the trigger box. The other spot is community hit, will also be a trigger box. So a little complicated, but if Shea hits, I will open up another box. Shea will go community to anybody randomized. We'll give that a winner. 17 spot that spot is claimed. But we'll also open up another box completely free. If Konechny or Adam Fox hit, I'll open up another box completely free. So you guys are in line. we got lots of stuff for you guys who are in line to hit tonight. So let's see. Like I said, it can be a little rough in the off season, but I appreciate everybody being involved. We had 11 people in here today. And of course, we'll be down to 34 probably if we don't open 2 tonight for Sunday night. Those spots are live. So let's get going. Let me get my randoms up here. My dice, my lists. Okay. Good luck, everybody. Let's do it. Okay. Very good. Of course, we do 5 or more in our dice roll to see what box. So box 15 is a trigger box. The jersey is already claimed. That's a single box run, so I know what's in that box. There's 2 double box runs and 2 other single box runs. Of course, then we have the last 3 runs are all up there. We have 6, 9, and 13 in the last 3 reloads. So good luck, everybody. Let's do it. 5 or more in the dice roll. See what we got. It's 10 times. So 10 times our list. Good luck, everybody. Let's see if it's going to be 1 box tonight or 2 boxes. So we really have 4 chances for it to be 2 boxes. So we'll see what happens tonight. So good luck, everybody. 1. That is 35 boxes. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And the box we're going to open tonight is going to be box number 33. 33 it is. 33. 10 times. Box 33. 10 times. Box 33. Okay. Very good. Let me back that out so it's not there for Sunday. Let's see if it could be. We'll see if it's one of the trigger boxes. Let me see. Box 33. Okay, where's my lists? Box 33. Box 33. There we go. Okay. Is there community spots in there? Oh, there is. There is a community spot here. There is a community spot. Actually, it's the Brady Shea spot. So there it is. No, 33 is in. 33 is in the 9 boxes from the second to last reload. So 33, 43 is what you're thinking of. 43 and 47 were the 2Bs. So here we go. I can send you an updated list if you don't have one too. So let you know it's still in there. But 33 right here. Let me see what we got. 33. Let me see what we got. Okay. 33. Very good. Very good. Ooh, let me see. Where's our lists? 33 it is. Where's my thing? Okay. My list of owners. Okay, so there is, if it's Brady Shea, I don't know if it's Brady Shea or not, but there's 9 boxes it could be. If Brady Shea's in this box, we will random another box completely free. If not, it's one of the other 8 spots in the run. They all have owners. Where's my list? Where is it? Okay. Nick, you're live. Let's see what we got. Good luck, everybody. Box 33. See what we got. Good luck, everybody. Box 33. Okay, I'll end this, of course, because it's live on eBay, whatever it is, and you guys get your spots, get your bids in. It's ready for Sunday. Let's see what we got for box 33. It is not Brady Shea. It is a claim spot. It is Dakota Joshua Now currently, I believe, Toronto Maple Leaf. Dakota Joshua on the Canucks. Absolutely beautiful. Fanatics Premium. Dakota Joshua, East Coast COA. There it is. Very, very nice. Congratulations. That was a clean spot. There it is. Boom. Dakota Joshua. Got your stick logos on the sleeves. Fanatics Premium. There is Orca cracking through the ice. Very, very nice. With the the Native American heritage, the Orca cracking through the ice, stick logos on the sleeves, Dakota Joshua, Fanatics Premium. Let's see who we got for that. Like I said, it was a clean spot. It was late, but it was cleaned. Very, very nice. Let me see the Fanatics Premiums. We don't have many in there, so that gets grabbed. Let's see what we got. Dakota Joshua tonight goes to Ash D. Boom, stepping in, grabbing Dakota Joshua late. Obviously, before we went live. Very, very nice. Blue ink sig on the Fanatics Premium. Vancouver Canucks fight strap, of course. Fanatics Premium jersey. Very, very nice. So, congratulations, Ash D, on the Joshua hit. Sorry for everybody that did not hit. Your odds have now gotten to 1-34. 1-33 on Sunday. I did my best for you guys. I had community spots. We got trigger spots. And then Ash D, 1-9 chance in that run. Congratulations. Very, very nice. So I'll pack that up. I got Big Al's JR to send out as well. So I got boxes to ship out to you guys. Everything else should be arriving very shortly if it hasn't already to you. Other than that, I can't get my mail out. Then, of course, we got Sundays to worry about. So, congratulations again. Thank you, everybody, for working and helping me fill or get close at least. I don't mind doing that. I don't mind making community spots. I know it can be slower in the summertime, but we'll see what we can do. Hopefully, like I said, I'm hoping to do 2 next week. We'll see exactly if that's the plan, but it's probably going to be the plan. I would like to be able to trying to figure out the numbers wise as I get closer to the reload. I figured if we do 2 next week, then kind of lines up where I want to get before we reload up. So, but other than that, that'll be posted on the Facebook page. I'll let you guys know for sure. But 2 are in, the last spots are all live on eBay right now. I'll end Dakota, and then of course everything else will be there for you guys to get your bids in. Of course, there's no Sorokin or Bennington on eBay. Still can't list those. So after they end on Sunday, of course, I will post the unsolds, if there are any, as well as both of those spots to be snagged by you guys. So other than that, things are just like normal. It's hot and warm wherever you are. Hopefully you're safe, and I look forward to seeing everybody back here on Sunday nights. Thank you very much. Dakota Joshua's gone. 34 boxes left. I'll expect to see you guys on Sunday. Till then, WAFFLEBOARD Breaks is out. Take care, guys.